Coming up here on Saturday kickoff this evening, the Georgington Red Devils, the league leaders of the Premier League, will host Padres Impact in the game as a main game to feature here for this evening. A very huge game on the cards here between these two sides, between the Georgington Red Devils and also as well their opponents here for this evening, Padres Impact. And I am here with Jimmy Hansberg to speak about this game, as we all know that the Georgington Red Devils are 8 points clear from Adders Gunners at the top of the Premier League. Don't you think that this matchup will be very, very huge for the Georgington Red Devils to actually pick up a result here at home to Padres? Because Padres Impact could even stop the Red Devils from getting another straight victory on the cards to be more further away from Adders Gunners at the top of the Premier League. Do you think that Padres has got the capabilities here away from home to get anything out of the Red Devils here for this evening? I think so. I think that Padres Impact can do it, because you got to remember as well, and a lot of people forget about this, but Padres Impact has got a lot to play for here for this evening, as they got a huge chance to really push towards that Champions League positioning, hopefully, if they somehow get any result of a victory here away from home over the Red Devils. But they do understand that this game's going to be very, very tough for them to try and get that win. But hopefully here they could get anything out of here to stop the Red Devils and guarantee another victory under their name in the Premier League. Thank you very much there, Jimmy, and let's find out right now what's going to happen at the Old Factory Road Stadium here for this evening. The game between the Red Devils and Padres Impact, as that game is live right now. And a rainy evening here in Georgington here for this evening here right now in Old Factory Road, as we have Georgington Red Devils as they're going to take on here against Padres Impact in this match. And we do know that this is a very intense game it's going to be here between the two sides, especially for the Red Devils, who are really proper running away with the Premier League title race they're running away with, and there's no teams below them. Even Adders can get towards them. But could Padres come here this evening and make it happen and help Adders, or maybe Taloga, to catch up towards the Red Devils if they can get any result here away from home? But they have got a strong team there, the Red Devils. You've got Wayne Rooney, Kylian Mbappe, Diabala, Kante, Havertz as well. A strong team. Chris Bailey in the goalkeeping position, Koulibaly and Upamecano. As for Padres Impact, Lacazette, Eric Cantona and Zinedine Zidane, with Malcolm, Tielemans and Sedina in the midfield, with Remy Lex, Toby Alderweireld in that defence. We've got Hugo Lloris in goal, and the whole two teams are prepared for kick-off here live this evening. And let's see what comes up on top here between the two sides. And here we go, the Red Devils versus Padres. And Joshua Kimmich now is to Diabala, the Golo Kante. Now Lacazette. He fell over there still slightly there, but now Cantona won the ball back here for Padres. But won the ball back nicely there Koulibaly. Now is Usain Bolt. Now is Mbappe. Oh wait a second, Diabala save the goalkeeper there to stop that from going to the back of the net. That was a big chance, I've got to say, there for the Red Devils to be 1-0 up. But it is still goalless though, obviously, in the first 15 minutes of the game. Now here's Toby Alderweireld there, pings it all the way to Eric Cantona. And now here's N'Golo Kante. Head away there in towards the full position of Wayne Rooney. Now Wazza now to Mbappe. Havertz. Now Joshua Kimmich. Head away into a goal perhaps from Bolt, but that's gone obviously wide. And now it's going to be here a goal kick in the matchup here for Padres Impact in the game. It's a goal kick here for Padres. Hugo Lloris. Now a header. Now Zinedine Zidane. Now it's Eric Cantona. Now Lacazette. Shot! Oh, gone to the keeper right there's hand. And now here's Nicholas Maidana now on the ball back here now for Padres. Now lost it back there to Kimmich. Kimmich now to Diabala. Really running riot here now, the Red Devils here. Looking for a chance to score. Good defending there from Conti there for Padres. And we've played half an hour so far of the game in this matchup between the two sides. And now here's Wayne Rooney. On the ball back here again. Now to Yuri Tillemans. Now here's to Malcolm, head away. Now all the way to Usain Bolt. And now Bolt there to Remy Lex. Now Yuri Tillemans. We've got now another 3 more minutes left of the game to go. 3 more minutes. And now Lacazette. Zidane has a shot and it's gone wide. And the whistle here blows here for half time as it ends here at Old Factory Road. The Georgington Red Devils 0, Padres Impact 0 at half time. We are here now for the second half of the matchup between the Georgington Red Devils and Padres Impact, as it is goalless going into the second half of the game. Now here's Roberto Carlos now to N'Golo Kante, and now Zinedine Zidane there. It was a good challenge there, I've got to say, all the way to Wayne Rooney. And now Rooney right there, pass there to Usain Bolt. And now here's Malcolm. Malcolm there to Conti. And now Eric Cantona. And now he's all the way to N'Golo Kante now to Conti. Pass there to Nicholas Laidana. Has a shot. Good block right there for the Red Devils here. Ping all the way slightly now to Kai Havertz. Now here's Mbappe. Now he's all the way there now to Zinedine Zidane. And now here's Roberto Carlos. Now Conti. And now Eric Cantona. Now Conti. Now pushing forward here now to Malcolm. Now Zinedine Zidane has a shot. It's gone all the way to the keeper right there of Chris Bailey. Good chance there for a goal, I've got to say, but it is still goalless here. And we've played now up to 15 minutes left until the end of the game. We're in the 75th minute of the game, by the way. And no goals scored so far. Now Malcolm there going forward here, but now Roberto Carlos got there before him though. We've got another 10 more minutes to go, left of the game to go. Now Bolt. Now Rooney. Rooney has a chance here for a goal maybe. Oh, could be a chance here for a goal. Oh, could have been there for the Red Devils there. But it went wide, it did. So it looks like it'll be a goal kick, it looks like here for the Red Devils to give away for Padres. A goal kick here for Padres Impact in the match. And Mbappe was very close to scoring against his former club right there, but that went wide. And that was probably the best chance to put the Red Devils, of course, in the lead, because they might get a draw here. It might be good for Padres Impact, though, to hang on this draw away from home, because they are so dominant in the Premier League. They have not even lost a single game yet of this campaign so far. And they're very dominant, run away with the league title perhaps so by the end of the season. But they might get a draw here, Padres, though. And it might help them out in the league also, in their fortunes. And it is all over at Old Factory Road. And it was no goal scored between the two sides here, as it ends the Georgington Red Devils 0, Padres Impact 0 at full time. A goalless game at the Old Factory Road, no goals scored, and the Red Devils did drop points here as they are the current league leaders of the division. And how do you feel, Jimmy, on Padres? Really showed, let's say, a great defence in this matchup to stop the Red Devils from picking up a result here, again here in this league. Well, I'd say that that's very, very good for Padres. They were very brave to go to the Red Devils and pick up a point against them, because we know how good they've really been this season. They only picked up obviously one draw before this game kicked off, but they've drawn twice this season. But they've won back-to-back games of 12 games this season, and they are obviously running away with the Premier League title. But a draw here from this game this evening is very, very big, I've got to say, for any teams below the Red Devils, like Adders Gunners and Inter Taloga, who are points behind from the Red Devils. As the Red Devils are currently 6 points clear at the top of the table, that really gives Adders obviously a great opportunity right there to try and pick up some good form in the league and really catch up to the Red Devils, and they've got any chances by the end of the season to retain the Premier League title. But yeah, great point for Padres, and it really helps them also out in the league as well, if they've got any chance of them to push into the European place of the Champions League by the end of this season. Thank you very much there, Jimmy. And now let's get straight now to the other 9 of the coverage of the Premier League games here on match day 16, all across the league here, and let's get to those games right here, right now. The struggling side of the Premier League, #United got themselves in the lead in the game as Jeremy Lynch hits it in that bottom corner, and #United are in the lead here by 1-0 against AFC Richmond. And then AFC Richmond got themselves back in the game here to make it 1 apiece in the matchup as Max Gradle crossed the ball in all the way to Pele, into his head, into that bottom corner. And now AFC Richmond are now back in the game here right now this afternoon at the #Arena here. And a great header right there for the great Pele to put it in to make it 1-1. And then AFC Richmond for the first time in the game got themselves in the lead as a goal right there from Sam Asanya. And 3 goals scored in the first 20 minutes in the game here from this evening. A real brilliant goal right there in the game for Richmond in the matchup. And then the third goal was scored in the second half for AFC Richmond as Jamie Tart volleys it in the first time strike in that bottom corner, as Xhaka could not stop that from going into the back of the net. As a brilliant victory right there for AFC Richmond, but unfortunately for #United, they could not score a single win of the Premier League season so far, as it ends here this evening, as it ends #United 1, AFC Richmond 3. The only goal was scored in the matchup here at the Warefield Stadium as Golstinho found a great pass to Patrick Vieira all the way to Robert Lewandowski, who hits it 1v1 to the goalkeeper. And now Waynord are in the lead here at the Warefield Stadium, and the match ended between the two sides as it ends Waynord 1, Newport Dragons 0 at full time. A brilliant chance right there for Red Bull Tomato to put themselves in the lead in the first 18 minutes in the game as Alexander Isak not the pass there to Axel Witsel, and then he all the way passed there to Ian Robin and then crossed it in all the way to Isak, and that ball was headed wide out for a goal kick for Los Andreas. And a terrific cross right there from Bray Hamilton, who won the ball back for Los Andreas. All the way to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who striked it with a volley first time. But that volley went wide, and it went to a goal kick for Red Bull Tomato in the game. But the match ended at full time, by the way, at the Westphalia Bank Stadium. As it ends here, Los Andreas 0, Red Bull Tomato 0 at full time. And a brilliant goal right there from Prantos in the match-up here as Partey knocked the ball there to Granit Xhaka and found a pass there to Robert Cliff. And then Cliff right there all the way to Devon Williams and hits it. Really beat past the goalkeeper right there, Ospina. And now Prantos are in the lead here by 1-0. And I've got to say, some great, let's say, counter-pressing football from Prantos here. And Williams gets himself on the scoreline. But the match ended here at full time in the Allianz Stadium as it ends here this afternoon as Prantos 1, Grasshoppers United 0 at full time. A real brilliant chance right here for Goldfield to put themselves in the lead here in the second half. A great header set piece cross from Kevin De Bruyne all the way into the head right to Tino Werner to place that ball past the keeper, and Goldfield are in the lead here at the Al Valley Stadium this afternoon. A nice opportunity right there for Goldfield, put themselves another goal in the game to make it 2-0. Good pass there from Pogba, and Tino Werner's 1v1 right there from Andre Canas right there, and beats past him, and Goldfield have made it 2 in the game. And obviously Charlford Saturday were the second best in the match-up here this afternoon, but the match ends at Valley Stadium as it ends Charlford Saturday 0, Goldfield Boys United 2 at full time. A nice counter press right there from Pedro in the match-up as he really pushed forward there to Roberto Firmino and strikes it almost for a goal. But great save right there from Marter Stegen to stop that one from going to the back of the net as it ends the game here goalless between the two sides as it ends City 0, Hassenfield Terriers 0, and both teams share a point together here at the Airlines Arena. And a real brilliant goal right there for Inter Taloga just before half-time as Frankie de Jong scored a deflection goal from the Iceberg Forest's defender. That's a great little hit there from Frankie. Deflection right there from him, and it went into the back of the net. And now Inter Taloga have scored, and it's now 1-0 to them in the match. And a great counter press right there from Iceberg Forest as Joe Benham won the ball back from Interloga's defence. And a goal right there from Iceberg in the 56th minute of the game by a goal from Ray Donovan. And there's a great passing play there from Iceberg Forest by winning the ball back from Interloga's defence. And now it's 1 apiece here at the Santo Park Stadium. And the match ended as a draw, a point between the two sides here at the Santo Park Stadium early here this afternoon. A nice counter-attack right there from Sporting San Lake as Gourmet's right there really pushed forward there. 1v1 to the keeper Bert Leno and scored just before injury time. It was 0-0 throughout the whole majority of the matchup, but Sporting San Lake scored themselves that goal here at the Lakeside Stadium. But the match ended here at the end of the game as Sporting San Lake 1, Chesico Blue Tigers 0 at full time. And a very good goal for Philip Coutinho for Addis Gunners as he really outpaced defenders, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang had the touch from the ball from Coutinho and he hit it in that bottom corner and puts Addis in the lead in the game here at the Gunner Park Stadium here for this afternoon. And then Addis scored another goal in the matchup at the Gunner Park Stadium here from the evening. It's a great goal scored there from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang who hits it in that bottom corner, and then Jasper Silsen couldn't get there in time, and the defending champions of the Premier League put 2 goals there past South Coast Rangers here from this afternoon. And then South Coast Rangers got themselves a goal back in the matchup here as Thomas Oaksil passed there nice to David Trezeguet all the way there to Youssef Poulsen, 1v1 to the keeper, and it's now 2-1. And maybe there's a chance for South Coast to try and get back into it, as it is 1 goal back here for the South Coast team. And the full-time score at the Gunner Park Stadium as it ends, Addis Gunners 2, South Coast Rangers 1 here at the break. The official results of match day 14 of the Premier League. Addis Gunners 2, South Coast Rangers 1, Charlford Saturday 0, Goldfield Boys United 2, Georgington City 0, Hassenfield Terriers 0, Hashtag United 1, AFC Richmond 3, Inter Taloga 1, Iceberg Forest 1, Los Andreas 0, RB Tomito 0, Parantos 1, Grasshoppers United 0, Sporting San Lake 1, Chesco Blue Tigers 0, Warenord 1, Newport Dragons 0, and the Georgington Red Devils 0, and Padres Impact 0. So now the official table of the Premier League, as we have the Georgington Red Devils, who are top of the Premier League with 38 points and have not lost a single game yet of the league and drawn twice so far in this campaign. Addis Gunners are catching up towards the Georgington Red Devils with 33 points, and Inter Taloga and Parantos also occupy the top 4 as Padres and Chestigo are in the Europa League positions, and Warenord are currently 7th, and 8th is Goldfield, 9th is South Coast, And 10th to wrap up the top half of the table of the Premier League is Sporting St Lake, and they have 19 points in the league. And now bottom half of the Premier League table, as we have the Georgington Red Devils are currently 11th in the league. As we have in 12th position is Newport Dragons. 13th position is Tomato. 14th after that victory against Hashtag moves AFC Richmond up to 14th. In 15th is Grasshoppers United. 16th is Hassenfield Terriers. And 17th outside the relegation zone is Los Andreas. And that'll mean at Charlford Saturday, Iceberg Forest and Hashtag United lurk in the relegation zone. And so it means that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang overtakes Mo Salah as the top of the goal scorers so far of the Premier League with 13 goals this season, and also Devon Williams overtakes Mo Salah with 11 goals this season so far, and Salah drops down to the third top goal scorer in the Premier League. And that'll mean that both men of goalkeepers from Inter Toledo with Andre Nana and the Georgington Red Devils keeper Chris Bailey have both scored the exact same clean sheets of the most so far of this Premier League season, with 10 saves so far in the Premier League for this season so far. And that's all we have time for here for the coverage here for Premier League football returns after a month's absence away from football, and it's a great honour for us to share the football coverage here for match day 14 of the Premier League. And that's all we have time for here for this afternoon. With myself here today, Gary Walker, and also my fellow pundit Jimmy Hansberg. Have a very good afternoon and evening here on Saturday. And we will be back for the quarter-final stages of the League Cup taking place on Wednesday. But until then, everybody here, from all the coverage here for Saturday, have a good afternoon.